What's that? I'm just sitting here on the couch, eating a bunch of food and getting fatter and fatter. And I decided to go on down to Pupman's Pit on that YouTube channel. Try to lose some of this dang weight and put on some muscle. Right after I finish this nap. Hey everybody, we're back with deadlift day today. We're going to be doing halting deadlifts. I'm going to show you how to do those. I had to split my deadlift up in between two exercises, rack pulls and halting deadlifts. And then maybe every 5 weeks or so often, I'll do a regular deadlift. I'm just getting too hard to recover from it. But that's not what I'm going to talk to you about right now. I'm going to talk to you about letting the little things in the gym, and I'm just going to touch on it briefly. Letting the little things in the gym get to you are not a good idea. Don't do it. Well, what are you talking about? Well, this is what I'm talking about. You see how you got rubber, steel, and I've touched on this in another video before. And you got rubber, steel, that's fine. Now, I wouldn't want rubber, steel. But just having two different types of weights, man, it can drive some people up the wall, and it'll worry them. I think they got a few more issues than just weights if that tears you to pieces. But here's another problem people love to talk about. When people rack weights, how they're flipped up and down. Yeah, there's a right way and there's a wrong way, but there's not enough difference, and I'm going to get some flack on this because it's kind of like gym etiquette, you know? I've been in the gym all my life, guys, mostly. And yes, there's a way to put weights on a bar. There's a way to put the weights back on the rack. There's an optimal way to turn them in, yada, yada, yada. But there's not enough difference between the two to really make a difference worth worrying about. And I'll show you. Check it out. All right. So you got your weights right here, right? Somebody comes in and does this. You know? You might like it the other way. Oh, you can't grab the weight. I grab this weight pretty good. Got a lip right here. I actually prefer my weights that way, where I can grab them like this. But let's say they're this way. Alright? Now don't let this blow your world up now. Watch. See what I mean? There's not enough difference in the two different positions to make a difference in my day. I'm not going to worry about that. Here's another thing. This would drive some people up the wall. Right here, just this random set. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 different types of weights right there. Look at this. Look at the different type of weights. Personally, I think that's real crappy for the people that are putting back their weights. That's just not good gym etiquette. I like to try to keep my gym and all the gym's weights in a good order, okay? I think that's the right thing to do. It helps the next man or the next woman out. But is that going to ruin my day? No, it's not. Think about it. If you spend time noticing and documenting and worrying about every little thing you see in the gym that's going to bother you, you're going to take 10-15% of your attention away from your workout. 10-15% is a lot. You know, you say, well, where'd you get that figure at? It's just an arbitrary number I picked, but I feel like it's pretty close to accurate because I used to let some of this stuff bother me. And then I would worry about it, and then I'd stop my workout, and I'd go over here and I'd rearrange that rack, or I'd do this, or I'd do that. And, you know, it's a loser's game. You know what I'm saying? And so it's not even worth doing. Don't let little things like that bother you, okay? Anyway, we're going to do some halting deadlifts. What do they call them? Half pulls. That was kind of a little rant. But don't sweat the small stuff, baby. Set up just like a normal deadlift. The idea of this is to split the deadlift into two different movements, two different exercises. We're going to concentrate on this one. This is the halting deadlift. Set up normally. You're at the bar. Right now I'm just warming up, and again, I'm going to have to see what this hamstring is going to allow me to do today. But I'm going to try first. Right above the knee, just hit it down. Reset. Reset. There you go. I'm not going to overload it with a lot of weight. Right now, I'm just warming up. I seem to be doing better with my deadlifts as far as my hamstring goes than with squats. But remember, with deadlifts, you're not going to be doing the same amount of sets as you're going to be doing with squats. Deadlifts, you only need one working set. Even when you're splitting your deadlift up between rack pulls and halting deadlifts, because it just takes so much out of you. Don't be like me. Don't learn that the hard way. Struggling, trying to eat to gain weight because you think, you're just weak and you're not doing the right thing or whatever. I've been trying to recover from deadlifts for a long time, not realizing that it's just the amount of weight that I'm moving around. I need longer to recover. And I was preaching this in my videos to everybody else. But I personally did not think that I had reached that threshold yet, and evidently I had. So now, I've actually cut some calories back, and I'm dropping a little bit of weight every week. Hopefully I'll get back down to where I was a little earlier and not lose any strength. But I didn't know. I had to try different things. I had to try increasing my calories. I tried maybe taking a nap every so often, increasing the time of rest at night. It's going to be one of those, or your programming. Well, it was my programming. So there you go. You live and learn. All right, we're back. Got 315 on the bar. I don't think this is going to be my one working set. Okay, I want to try to move up, but we're just going to have to see what happens with this hamstring. All right, and I know you're probably tired of hearing about it. Hell, I'm tired of talking about it. But it's just something I've got to work through, And at least you're here to see the healing process. And if I screw up, then you know what not to do. And if it works out well for me and heals correctly, and I don't lose strength, at the very least maintain it, well, then you know that I was successful, and you've seen the whole thing, and you can apply that to your training if you happen to have the same type of injury, and I hope you don't, because it's aggravating as hell. I mean, I move around fine all day long. It doesn't hurt. I go walking every day. Even hamstring curls don't hurt. Don't know why, but just the squat position and coming up on the deadlift, it's just got that little tinge of pain about that long. Either way, 315, here we go. By the way, this is not a grip exercise, okay? Now understand me. While you warm up, right? Understand, while you warm up, you don't want to use wraps, all right? You don't want to use wraps. You want to let the warm-up portion be your grip exercises, okay? And on these type of lifts, I do not recommend over-under grips. I recommend palm down grips, and I recommend using wraps when you get to that point. Okay, you're going to be pulling a lot of weight, especially with rack pulls. Okay, this I don't know yet. Okay, I'm learning as I go, but I know that I was stronger off the floor up to my knees than I was from my knees to lockout position. You know, I could break 500 off the ground way earlier than I could lock 500 out. So I can only assume that, you know, halting deadlifts would be an exercise that you could load heavy. Okay? But we'll see. But again, overhand grip. You're gonna get to reset every time anyway. No problem. No problem. All right, boys and girls, we're back with halting deadlifts 365. All right, I don't know how this is going to feel. 315 felt good. All right, I said the same thing last time on squats. 315 felt good, so I went on up to 365, and I didn't like it, so I stopped on 1 rep. Deadlifts I have a little bit better luck with, so we're going to try this. If this doesn't feel good, but not bad, I'm gonna go ahead and get my 5 reps for my exercise and let this be my last set. If not, if it feels good, I'm only gonna do 3 to continue my warm-up process. Got me? And I'm going ahead and just put on grips. I'm not worried about it. Let's get that right. Son. Woo. Here we go. Real good. All right, folks. We're back with 405. I went ahead and decided to go on up to 405. We're going to see what we got. Going to try to go for 5, fill it out. If I feel bad on 3, feel sketchy, I'll abort and maybe go back for singles. I got my leg wrapped up. Because I ain't taking no chances and I ain't got nothing to prove. Here we go. Let's see what we got in the tank. Oh boy, it'll clear them up. I'll take that. Okay, I've had a couple people ask me to make a short video. Probably everybody wants me to make short videos, shorter, but on another type of lat isolation exercise. And I'm not a big fan of this one, but it is an option. Okay, I've got it set up already, and since I've got a little bit of quiet time over here in this one area, I'll show you real quick. I'll show you why I like it, but why I don't. But if you've got the pullover machine and you're not using it, you're selling yourself short. Here. Now look, it will work your lats, but only from this point to there. And then after that small range of motion, there's no tension on the muscle anymore. In my opinion, it's not worth fooling with. I'll show you one more time. It's not worth messing with, in my opinion. Might be somebody else's favorite exercise. But I think that you would be way better with a pullover machine, setting up on a cable machine, doing straight arm press downs. Just like that. So instead of going from here to here, that range of motion that you can only do when you lay flat on the bench, and it does work your lats, you're able to go from here to here and work your lats through a fuller range of motion. Same with the chin. But if you really want to overload your lats and some shoulder muscles in the back, pullover's the way to go, baby. So I'm over here doing rows, right? And I found something I've never seen before. Check this out. You see that? That's awesome. I have never used this before. So just now, let me tell you something. It allows your hand to get in the most natural position. I like it. Much better than a straight bar, any straight bar I've used. Now, there's some things you can't beat a straight bar for. Let me tell you something. This little deal right here is the way to go. I'm gonna show you a set with it, if I can, without my phone falling. Feels great. Hey, I want to make a quick point here. This is a back day, part 2. I'm about to go do some pullovers. But I was talking to a friend of mine about making progress in the gym. And about how you can do everything right according to your diet, your program, your rest, so on and so forth, and still not make progress. Outside stresses can play hell on your gains in the gym. They really can. You might have a sickness in the family. You might have problems with your spouse. You might have problems with your children, so on and so forth. Your job can really get in the way of your progress in the gym. And that's whether you're on a program to increase your cardiovascular capacity, or a weight loss program, or a strength training program. Okay? Now, if you're lucky, going to the gym can be used as a therapy session. I know it works for me. But sometimes, despite my best efforts, I'll get down, I'll get depressed because of an outside issue that I have no control over. And if you find that that's happening to you, the best advice I can give you is do the very best you can not to get discouraged, okay? Keep making moves, all right? Don't let it slow you down, okay? Damn sure don't let it make you stop, okay? Keep moving forward. Keep doing the same things that you were doing before it all started, okay? And at the very least, when time passes and the clouds do part, the sun kind of comes out for you, you will find that you haven't, at least you haven't backed up. At least you haven't lost ground. You can't always make ground. You know, sometimes life's just punching you in the face, and the very best you can do is stand your ground. Okay? It might even knock you down a little bit, but just don't go backwards. Okay? Keep making those same moves every day. All right? Sometimes you're going to feel like giving up. Man, I haven't gained any strength in the gym. I haven't lost any weight. You know, and you're going to start talking down to yourself. Don't do that, because when you start calling yourself names, talking to yourself like you're somebody that you don't love, it messes with your mind big time. And it's like not being positive. You know how people are like, stay positive, and your attitude will be positive. You start getting negative, and your attitude's gonna start getting negative. Okay? Now I'm gonna go over here and do some pullovers. I just wanted to touch on that point real quick. I'm not trying to be Dr. Phil or nothing, but you know, that's gonna be part of your gym experiences. Sometimes you're gonna get outside stretches you can't do anything about. Okay, and I'm gonna do my very best. Get these pullovers. I'm just gonna get one set. I can't read.